Chica fu azulas naga Rilia hotruda uchasko pantisa da cita che fundo nauia No cita smactalia No cita Titoki Chemi Chusku Anio Abacheu Sadata Bagusha Yokula Grand Shadow Pantisa Uncesco Vachita Kifundo Nauia Kifundo Nauia
Commander, welcome to Mek-Sha, outlaw crossroads of the galaxy. Darth Shah. I'm pleased we finally have an opportunity to work together. I've heard such delicious things about you. I serve Darth Varon, head of Imperial Logistics and Civil Order. He asked that I aid in supervising this operation due to my experience with the galaxy's criminal element. This intriguing specimen is a member of the Brothers, our key allies on the station. They've provided the Empire with quality slave labor for many years.
It is our great honor to take those without value and give them value, to give labor to those without purpose.
Slavery is disgusting. I'm not interested in supporting it.
The slaves support us, dear. That's the whole point. If you want nothing to do with their business, that's your prerogative. We are merely using the Brothers' territory as a headquarters. Our goal here is more complex than it might seem. Let's step into the operations center to discuss the details. Wait, there's some... What? Oh!
Kill them all!
Who in blazes was that? I have no idea, but I appreciate the help.
Anytime. It's good to see you again. Lord Shah still in one piece?
Oh, yes. The Force was strong with him. Pity he didn't stand a chance. For a Sith to defy the Empress and attack you during a top priority mission, you must have done something truly stirring.
This didn't feel like an assassination attempt. Something else is going on.
Intriguing. But a mystery for later, I think. We'd best return to the mission at hand. Shall we?
Here I am.
Greetings. I am Darth Varon of the Dark Council. It is a pleasure to have you join us for this mission. I overheard something of a commotion. Is everything all right?
Someone attempted to kill our dear guest.
An assassination attempt? Dreadful. I do apologize.
I'm not convinced it was an assassin. It felt more like I was being tested.
Really? I shall task some of our people with tracking the assailant down. I would love to learn more. Now then, Shah, let's go over what we've planned.
A Republic fleet key to the defense of Corellia has taken position nearby and intends to purchase fuel from Mek-Sha in order to continue their journey. It is our task to ensure that this fleet never reaches its destination.
So we stop them from refueling.
Unfortunately, that wouldn't fulfill our Empress's command.
If the fleet cannot acquire fuel, they'll simply consolidate what fuel they have into their most powerful warships and send them on. We do not have sufficient vessels to prevent this, and we must make every effort to stop the entire fleet.
Then we lure them in and attack while they transfer the fuel.
Just so, my friend.
Major Anri, explain your discovery.
It just so happens that a perfect weapon is built into this rock. All we have to do is take control of it. See, this place used to belong to the Hutts, till their slaves revolted and kicked them out. Now Mek-Sha's neutral, run by the 5 biggest crews on the station. Huttbreaker, she led the revolt. Well, she wanted to be sure nobody could show up and steal what she and the other slaves just won. So they put in a failsafe. It fires a pulse that neutralizes all the fuel in Mek-Sha's tanks, plus whatever's in the fuel lines, and any ships attached. We could even juice the pulse up a bit. Make it strong enough to ignite the fuel everywhere but the tanks. Fry every ship in the fleet.
If the pulse will already stop them, why bother with the extra step?
If we have the opportunity to obliterate our enemy, why do any less? The decision of whether to sell fuel to the Republic fleet hasn't been made yet. It depends on a majority vote by the top 5 crews. It falls to you to persuade them to vote in favor of selling the fuel, to help the Republic walk into our trap.
Fortunately, you have the perfect opportunity to get started. Brother?
Huttbreaker hosts a celebration, an auction of pointless material wealth gained without effort. The 5 strongest crews are invited.
You join our dear friends at Huttbreaker's auction. Ensure that the crews vote in favor of selling the fuel, and help the Republic slip its head into the noose.
And what will the rest of you be doing?
Major Anri will be acquiring some special items we'll need later. Meanwhile, I will make a show of myself around the rest of Mek-Sha.
We shall lead our enemies to suspect we're planning a direct assault, so they do not look too closely for other dangers.
I will remain in contact, should any other urgent matters arise.
And watch your back. At least one of these crews is already in the Republic's corner, or the fleet wouldn't have come here in the first place.
Best of luck.
Ready for departure. Enjoy your stay.
Commander, Shar told me you were on your way. We're waiting for you inside.
Fancy meeting you here, boss.
We were catching up with Theron and Lana, and they mentioned you were here. Figured we'd lend a hand.
We've cut a few deals with these people over the years. With our help, you'll know just how to play them. They'll vote however you want.
I'll be glad to have any information you can give me.
Just doing our part. If you're ready, let's head inside. All right, first up, Huttbreaker. revolutionary leader, liberator, and unofficial queen of Mek-Sha. Her crew runs the main docks.
She won't need much convincing. Selling that fuel will bring in a small fortune, but that only stands if you keep the peace. You get too messy with any of these gangs, Huttbreaker will lock things down no matter how much she stands to make. Keeping Mek-Sha safe is her top priority.
All right. Darth Shar said that one of the crew leaders is a Republic sympathizer. What can you tell me?
Junker Jot, retired Republic Navy. His people handle maintenance for all of Mek-Sha. They're the reason we've got air to breathe and a nice view that doesn't kill us.
Jot doesn't really have a crew, just droids and other engineers like him. But without them, this place literally doesn't work. So they get a seat at the table. Needless to say, the Republic will get his vote to refuel, so no need to get involved there. Better to focus on the other crew leaders.
Why bother with the others? Huttbreaker and Jot will vote in the Republic's favor. We tell the brothers to do the same, and we have a majority.
The brothers' relationship with the Empire is no secret. If they suddenly vote to sell fuel to the Republic, it will seem way too suspicious.
Yeah, it's more of a hassle, but you'll need a vote from one of the other crew leaders to keep the Republic from looking too closely.
First is Veek the Snake. He runs a Rhodian smuggling ring, the Harrido Wald, one of the biggest operations in the galaxy.
Veek's a businessman. He can be anybody's friend if there's an upshot for him. Just have to figure out what he needs and make sure he gets it. The other crew leader is Indigo, Mandalorian. Well, ex-Mandalorian. Same with his crew. They're called something like Darmanda.
They're mercs and gun runners. Indigo has some kind of rivalry with Veek, so it's a good thing you only need one of them to vote your way.
Is there anything else I should know?
We'll keep our eyes open for any other big players, but I'm sure you can handle these guys.
Looks like Huttbreaker's about to give her big welcome speech. Let's find a good spot.
Mek-Sha! How are you doing tonight? Look at us! We are surviving! We are thriving! We are turning this tiny rock into the beating heart of the galaxy! Just a few years ago, we were slaves. Now, we're masters. Imagine what we can become in just a few more years! All we've got to do is stay us. Be what we've been so far. We keep the peace, we keep the balance, and we keep moving forward! We've got the whole galaxy laid out in front of us. Everyone else just doesn't see it yet. All they see are the soldiers, politicians, Sith, Jedi. All the people who think they run things, who think their wars decide who's in charge. The truth is, they'll never be in charge. They'll never really run things. You know why? Because while they're busy killing each other, we're making deals, making friends, expanding everything they buy so they can blow each other up. We're selling and getting richer, stronger. By the time they stop and do the math, it will be too late. Because there will be a lot more of us than there are of them. And then, it will be us calling the shots. So stay the course, my friends. It only gets better from here. Welcome to Mek-Sha. Did you enjoy this speech?
I can see how you were able to inspire the rebellion against the Hutts. I think you're one good blockade away from realizing who's actually in charge.
Well, the Hutts did most of the work for me, if I'm honest. Someone just had to fire the first shot. Now then, please, enjoy our hospitality. Have a drink on me and keep the peace. You can keep the peace, yes? I have your Sith friend's word on it.
The Sith aren't known for keeping their word or keeping the peace.
Such cynicism! Commander, mitawi there, Jedi Knight.
It's so rare that we can step away from the war for a peaceful chat.
Just because nobody's shooting at each other yet, doesn't mean the war isn't here.
The two of us have a prior appointment, I'm afraid. Please, enjoy the auction.
I know you helped Malgus on Osis. You picked the wrong side. And you're going to regret it.
Destroying the Republic isn't my goal. This war can end whenever we want it to.
What? With another Treaty of Coruscant? I'll pass.
Master Jedi.
See you around.
Be well.
About time.
Get friendly with someone else. I've got nothing to say to you.
Trust me, you'll want to hear what I have to say.
You're wasting your breath. I don't deal with your kind.
What do you mean, my kind?
You know exactly what I mean, Mando. We're done here.
Exactly what I'd expect from someone who actually claims the title Darmanda for his crew.
Are they really that bad?
Darmanda are soulless, honorless. I don't know why he was cast out, but I do know we shouldn't trust him.
Hey, sorry about that. I knew he was an exile, but he's a lot touchier about Mandalorians than I expected. Now that I think about it, I bet he's just trying to keep up his ex-Mando tough guy act in front of everyone here. Word is he spends a lot of time brooding in the cantina. If you were to run into him there, he might be a little less surly. Maybe. Worth a shot.
Koyashi.
Back to work.
Chonky faguta geopora geotokakise. Demote que caça do bonhelis de otto. Chai con kunta chichai.
It depends on how well you treat your friends.
Makipuna male tuta od mishka. Conchita chichakta. Kusa mala chikuta. Ikosa mose ala tuta. Koba ne puta taise jeskusku.
So what do you think about those Republic ships out there?
Kasuyali koyaran penka kurun. Kliskataka yos oska ukopakuta. Makipuna male tuta od mishka. Mitisa roda kopana chaporko utmangisa.
It'd be better to discuss this in private.
Bampaula kavaji otto.
You know what I want, but what is it that you want?
Chubulawa michade sula. Kafstu undile jigo hola lukuta. Tungi machechu kuti nankihe. Wanawa de bloto wijawa.
Great, I needed a drink.
Locked and loaded.
Keep on walking, I got nothing to say to imp lovers.
Understood.
Shall we?
Ah, there you are. Have you learned everything you need to complete our plan?
Yes, I'm done here.
Splendid. I hope your time was illuminating.
How'd I do? Too scruffy? Just scruffy enough?
That's Nova Blade gear. What are you planning?
Gonna do a hit and run on Jot's turf a bit later. Need to keep the old crank from realizing who's behind it. Just need a few more sets of gear for the rest of my boys and we'll be off.
I've rather loudly let the actual Nova Blades, as well as the exchange, hear that I'm hiring extra muscle. Word should spread quickly.
I'm on my way to meet with one of the crews we need to vote for the refueling.
Wonderful. My master knew you were the one for the job. Well then, we all have our tasks before us. Shall we reconvene in the Brothers' territory later?
I'll go.
Ready.
Please use all products only as intended. Ready for departure. Enjoy your stay.
Why did you come here?
I don't like the way you're talking to me.
It's about to be more than talking. You understand me?
Stop the threats. It would be smarter to work with me.
You think I'm gonna work with someone like you? You better spit it out fast. What do you want?
I want you to vote in favor of selling fuel to the Republic.
You want them to refuel? I don't know what your game is, but I don't need to. You know how this works. You do a little something for me first, and I'll consider it.
What did you have in mind?
You know that slimy little roadie in Vic? Runs a smuggling crew? He's been raising prices on me, and I'm sick of it. Profits are thin enough without that bug-eyed scammer butting in. I want him and his bodyguards dead. No witnesses, no chance the Darmander catches the blame. I know the guy is next in line. done business together. He'll hire some of my guys as bodyguards, and I'll be in a nice spot. So, there it is. Take out Vik, and the vote's yours.
You can count on me. Vik is as good as dead.
Take this communicator and get somewhere out of the way. Buzz Vik with it, and he'll think Hutbreaker's calling for him. Use it to call me when the job's done. Once I see it with my own eyes, we'll be golden.
Destination? Enjoy your stay.
Ni chupa pana de mulira?
Yo to crispa.
Ulialma wumba. Vifa karuba uta chuba greta wan.
Challenge.
Mitisa roda, kopana cha porco utmangisa? Chakampatnoka, Chisapicha.
Not even a challenge. Stay down.
Job's done. Good. The vote's yours. Good luck with your war.
It's been a pleasure doing business with you.
Likewise.
Commander, am I interrupting anything?
I just finished convincing Indigo to support our plan. What do you need?
Perfect. Remember when I mentioned that hit and run on Jot's territory earlier? Well, I've got my squad ready to move. Last thing we need is you.
What do you mean?
Jot's crew handles maintenance for everything in the station, including the failsafe system that roasts the fuel. He'll have a schematic for the failsafe on his computers. We need that data so we can modify the system to juice it up like the boss wants. My team hits Jot's place first, so he thinks pirates are trying to run off with some of his repair droids. While he's out chasing us around, you sneak into his HQ and grab the data. Sound good?
Send me the coordinates and I'll make my way there.
You got it. Before we dive into this op, I have to tell you, I feel like Valron's playing games here. Treating those creep slavers like they actually matter. Hell, playing nice with any of the locals. Boss's eyes are on more than just the mission, I'm sure of it.
Members of the Dark Council always look out for themselves at least as much as they look out for the Empire.
Valron and Shah especially. Alright, I've burned enough of your time. I'll move my people into position and we'll be ready to start when you are. Amri out.
Ready for departure. Enjoy your stay.
Save some for me.
Here I am. facing us.
Ready to start the diversion, boss. Let's make this quick.
What in the... Nova Blades again? Thought me and my droids taught you a lesson last time.
You got a whole blasted army in here. Work fast, Commander.
Having fun with my security upgrades? I did them up special, just for you.
Major Henry, I'm downloading the failsafe schematics now.
Copy that. Think we finally have the old fool locked down. Gonna snag some droids and make our getaway before he gets loose again. Henry out.
Running off, eh? I'm not done with you. Deploy the big fellas. All of them.
create workers that they may create work.
Thanks to your impressive efforts, the vote has gone as we intended. Mek-Sha will sell fuel to the Republic. Their ships are preparing to dock now.
All without the slightest idea of our true plans. Well done. We can begin our attack as soon as their ships are locked in.
I've gone over the failsafe schematics with my boys. We'll break into the maintenance shafts and hit the 4 main emitters all at once. Someone else will have to throw the big switch, though. Can't activate the failsafe from inside. Has to be done from the dock's control center.
Leave that to me.
We're of the same mind. Excellent. Before you begin, I will load the remainder of our troops into assault shuttles and make a diversionary strike on the docks themselves. That should serve to distract the bulk of their defenders. Still, do be careful as you approach the failsafe controls, darling.
Don't worry. You won't need to distract them for long.
Splendid. Oh, to see their ships gutted by the very fuel that they were so desperate to acquire. This will be a glorious day for the Empire.
A day to be exceeded only by our forthcoming victory on Corellia. Now then, everyone to your tasks. Take no prisoners, and above all else, enjoy yourselves.
Ready for departure. Enjoy your stay.
We're under attack! Squads 3 and 9 reinforce the maintenance entrances!
That's it. Come and get me. Your move, Commander!
I regret facing us.
More enemies at the dock. Squads 5 and 7, defensive positions. You've got this.
They're scrambling, aren't they? Their defenses have rallied at the tower. A minor nuisance for you, I'm sure.
Reach the command tower! Stop them before it's too late!
I've got you.
Quickly! The failsafe is near.
I've been waiting for this, Imperial. Your plan ends here. No! This isn't over.
I've reached the failsafe controls.
Emitters have all been modified. We're ready. Perfect. Activate the failsafe.
Firing now. The console shows that all fuel has been neutralized, but there isn't enough power to ignite it.
It's disappointing. But the task is done. Those ships aren't going anywhere. All forces return to base.
You made an all-out military assault on my docks! Mek-Sha isn't Imperial territory. You don't get to ignore my rules!
It is true that our forces attacked their ships, as they do in all corners of the galaxy. But it was your council that voted to put them in that position.
And it was your weapon that disabled their ships.
No! They'll never think
that we have been working together since the beginning. That is exactly what they'll think. Why else would you be meeting us now?
You have made an enemy of the Republic. Your neutrality will be meaningless.
But you are not alone in these trying times. Your affiliation with the Empire will gradually strengthen over time. I believe you could become our key refueling station in this sector, if you learn to behave.
You played them from the beginning. Very impressive.
Oh, that's no way to speak about our partners. Our enthusiastic partners. You are enthusiastic, aren't you?
Yes!
Splendid.
You may go now.
Vauron, Shah, report.
The Republic fleet was completely disabled. They will not reach Corellia in time to interfere.
Then your mission is complete. Prepare to extract all forces. With no further Republic reinforcements to contend with, our victory on Corellia is all but guaranteed. I'm transmitting coordinates now. We will meet to discuss our strategy for the attack immediately. Malgus out.
It has been a great pleasure working with you, Commander. I shall look forward to our next mission together.
My lords. Orders just came through. Looks like I'm backing you up on Corellia. Heard they have good whiskey. Might try and grab some.
Don't bother. Calcinor's blends are just as good, and much simpler to find in Imperial space.
Maybe so. But you know what they say about a looted bottle?
The truest taste of victory. Oh, I like this one.
I've enjoyed working with her so far. Major Anri, this is Lana Beniko.
Charmed.
Hey, I saw the Sith leave. Am I clear to come in now?
One of yours?
Most of the time.
Are we good to go or what? This is not the best neighborhood.
Lead the way.
Private Murgle. Repeat subsection 8 of Article 446 of the Emergency Powers Act.
Like I read any of that.
You'll have plenty of time to in solitary confinement. You'll stay there until you can recite every regulation by heart.
Oh, yeah?
Your next violation earns you a firing squad. Understand?
Okay. I'll get you.
Report to Provost Decker for processing. Get out of here. Mind yourself, Merc, or you might wind up in this outfit. Why are you trespassing in my headquarters? It's Provost Marshal Fidelton Rusk, and you're speaking to him. I heard he retired. You're telling me he's out with you and fighting Zakul? That's a better use for a leader of his caliber, but it doesn't change the facts. Chancellor Maiden has deployed the Dead Man's Legion to suppress a gang war for our Hutt allies. I can't entertain any appeals to take my army elsewhere until we've mopped up here. The Hutts are claiming it's our responsibility, since the problem originated from Republic space. Our objective is to root out fugitives of the Black Sun Syndicate that fled Coruscant and establish themselves here. I need intelligence about their workings. Aside from wandering the worst parts of town and shaking things up, we've got very little to go on. Getting our hands on information from Black Sun members themselves would be the most useful, but working underworld connections could be a force multiplier. If all else fails, we may have to rely on securing illicit goods to grease some palms. This will continue to act as my base of operations until our campaign is complete. Bring anything you find here.
on a tight schedule. We will make them fall. The fawn serves me. But have a good fight.
I have forces dispatched throughout Nar Shaddaa, but aside from rumors, we discovered little actionable intelligence. These are helpful. They're all pieces to the bigger picture. These are helpful. They're all pieces to the bigger picture. These are helpful. They're all pieces to the bigger picture. I can work with this. There's an information broker who will always talk with the right incentives. I can work with this. There's an information broker who will always talk with the right incentives. I can work with this. There's an information broker who will always talk with the right incentives. Thanks to you, I have units across Nar Shaddaa waiting to move on Black Sun's holdings. The icing on the cake? We've learned where their kingpin runs the entire operation. Final preparation is underway. I'm pulling together my strongest squads for a raid on the Black Sun headquarters. There's a spot for you, if you're interested. You've more than earned it. I thought you might feel that way. Even among criminals, Black Sun has a reputation for extreme brutality. We don't know their numbers, but we can count on them being well-fortified and bloodthirsty. And that's why we've got to put them down. We should be prepared to deploy any minute now. You ready? Rally up, dead men. Operation Sunset is underway. You're all right now.
Well, what do we got here? Ain't them spineless huts come knocking, that's for sure. Sup, runt? Shoulda figured you'd turn up eventually. You was hoping I'd get all weepy on account of you dropping on my doorstep? Don't mind you shooting up the place. Been getting bored, anyway. I do mind you dragging in garbage off the street.
You know this scum.
Yeah? Well, you wasn't my favorite neither. This the wimpy crowd you running with now? Didn't think you could do worse than that last crew. How'd you get tied up with a bunch of second-rate hoods playing toy soldier? So you throw in with these chumps. Ain't good for nothing but bleeding on the ground.
All right, scum. I'm giving you one and only one opportunity to surrender peacefully.
Just 'cause you collared some small-timers back in Coruscant don't mean you're ready to tangle with the big dogs. Black Sun ain't gonna be hitched to your little chain gang.
What are you doing? We have the target surrounded, and my troops are waiting for the all-clear to take his operation apart. You should have brought this up before the operation was underway.
What are you wasting our time for? Plug this twerp and I'll show you what being boss of Nar Shaddaa is really like. The Huts may be pushovers, but they ain't small time. What are you driving at? Bet those Akulans put up a better fight than the slugs or these wimps. Okay, killer, you got a deal.
This is a bad call. They can back out of the turf war here, but the Republic isn't going to deal with an organization that supports Black Sun. You're asking for a knife in the back, but fine. He has to give the order to withdraw, and my forces make sure they follow through.
Listen up, cutters! We're done kicking the tar out of these wussy Huts. Got me a better idea where to grab us some turf. Load up and grab us some ships. We're rolling soon as I wrap up some business. There. Happy, Blue Boy?
Let me be crystal clear. If you try anything, the massacre is going to be on your hands.
Dunno. Massacre sounds like my kind of party. Long as Blue Boy don't try cramping my style, I won't go sticking him. Unless I get bored. Now get out of my place. Gotta do some packing.
I need to issue my report to command. We should return to headquarters.
Could use the company.
I'm not surprised that a bounty hunter has ties to criminal organizations, but I am surprised how you leverage them. My predictions for that engagement ending in a peaceful resolution were negligible. I can't help but feel like it's delaying the inevitable. That's the purpose of the Legion, except it's controlled, structured. Leaving that scum to their own devices puts a lot of people at risk. It's moot now anyway. You made your call. I'll be in touch after things are shored up here. The Legion will need a new objective, and I'm willing to hear what you're after. Won't be a dull briefing then. Rally up soon.
Ah, Commander. I was just reading up on your newest recruit, Rusk. Excellent job in bringing him in. A brilliant soldier, according to his records. First to volunteer for impossible missions, and somehow always gets the job done. He's certainly no stranger to being in the thick of it on the front line, or even behind it a lot of the time. His units have had high casualty rates. At any rate, I should get back to it, Commander. Just wanted to say good job on this one.
We can't do everything on our own. We need more people or better equipment.
Wow, Commander. Skadge. Got to admit I'm a little on the fence about this last one. I've worked with his type before, and it can go real wrong real fast. Take it from a smuggler with experience. Sometimes it's better just to shoot them before they have a chance to give you grief. I mean, sure, he's got the Black Sun wrapped around his finger, which is great. We've got access to their muscle, territory, and contacts, which will let us run some jobs through them where they're strongest, covering our own tracks better. And maybe I could have him watch over our riskier runs. Nobody in their right mind would mess with him. Even if they tried, he'd just rip them apart. Know what? I take it all back. Maybe he'll wind up being more use than he is trouble. I just need to be real careful he doesn't get too bored.
See you around.